So we're going to sew in the kimono now. If yours is rough, just go ahead and iron. So I'll finish ironing it. This is it. And I've pinned the shoulders. So we're going to start by joining the shoulders. So just the shader. I'm going to be using an overlocker I'm going to be weaving here later, or knitting depending on the one that you are used to. So I'm going to stitch the shoulders here and here. Then once we are through with that, this is what we're going to be placing along the neckline to the front. We are going to be joining it at the back. So after joining the shoulders, you just take it like this, you fold it, then you notch this place, you notch the middle. Okay, so let me just notch it. To make it easier for you to sew, you can iron the seam allowance in like this. Just fold it in so that it will be very easy for you. So I'm going to join them at the neckline, at the back of the neckline. So I'll just take it together like this. So I'm going to position it in a way that the pattern will rhyme. This is a pattern cloth. Okay, so I'm going to position it in a way that the patterns will align. I'll just do that to the end. So like so. So I can start from this side. So you can also measure what you have before cutting. Just measure what you have from this middle back. Measure it to the front. From here like this, measure. I have about 5 here. Just continue like that. Measure it all the way to the down of the, all the way to the ends of the front pattern of the front piece. This is the front piece. So just measure what you have so that you'll be sure you have the right measurements. So we have about 63.5. Let's just say 64. So from here we measure. So it will be enough, so I can go ahead and cut. Just trying to make sure that it aligns with the back. Okay. So I'm going to open it up like this and join with 1/2 inch seam allowance. This is the center back. So I'll join it. So after joining it like this, I'm going to press the seam open by ironing. And just iron it down. You iron it. So once you are through with that, you pick this the place I have notched, you mash it up with this becomes the middle, so you mash it up. Mash it up like this. So we are going to sew in a way that you will end in front. After joining the shoulders, this is how it's going to lay. It is going to lay like this. So you want to fix it in a way that you will end the sewing in front, then you will start it from the back. Okay, so you pick this middle. This is our middle. You place it on the wrong side. This is the right side. You place it on the wrong side, inside like this. Okay, you just pin it. So if you like, before you start, you just go ahead and pin. Just pin it down. Just pin it down. Remember, you are pinning it on the wrong side. Just pin it like that until you get to the hem. I'll show you what it looks like after pinning, then I'll now show you how we are going to end it. We'll now bring this in and this will now be out like this, and then we'll now top stitch on the upper one, so this will now be showing in front. So I'll join the shoulders first, join this lace, pin it and show you before I sew. And then these are the sleeves. This is chiffon fabric, so if yours is rough, just go ahead and iron it. So I've already ironed mine, and then I've cut the band. This is the band. So the same way, this is the wrong side, this is the right side, this is the right side, and then we want this design to show in front like this. Okay, so we'll start from inside like this. Just place it on it like this. You can notch the midpoint of this, or just mark it with your chalk, the middle, and just mark it. This is the middle. So as it's folded like this is the right side, this is the wrong side, so place it on it like this. Okay, place it on it like this. Then you can now turn it and sew along this folded edge. That means you will not sew like this. You will sew here. So after sewing, you will now flip it to the front like this, and now sew the top. So you repeat same for the second sleeve. I'll come back to show you what it looks like when we are through with that. The back piece of the palazzo, I'm going to start by sewing the darts. I have a 2.5 inch for the back dart, so I'll sew the dart in a triangular form. I'll sew here. I'll also sew the second one here. So after sewing the dart, we'll now place it right side facing each other. And place it together like this. Place it together like this, making sure that both of them matches. And then we are going to sew the crotch area. Just sew here to this point. When we are done with that, this is the front piece of the palazzo. We also sew the dart. We have a 3 inches dart. This palazzo has a band, and the band is 3 inches wide. We also sew this dart. After sewing the dart, we open it up like this, right side facing each other. Right side facing each other. This place is rough. Let me just trim it again. So we join it here, because we are going to have the opening at the side, so we sew along the crotch area. So we'll finish that and then come back to show you what it looks like. So this is the band. I've ironed interfacing on it, then I've gone ahead to fold in the edge, the seam allowance. So this is what we have so far for the palazzo. We have joined the front croche. Join the front croche. I've sewn the dart. This is the dart. Then this is the back piece. I've sewn the dart, but I've not sewn the croche. We are going to join the side first. So this palazzo is going to have a side zip, and then I'm going to put pocket on one side. So the side zip is going to be on this side. So I'm putting pocket on the side. So to cut the pocket, this is the pocket piece I'm using. This is 10.5 inches by 7 inches. So straighten it out like this. Just place it behind this so that you can cut this one first and use it to cut this. So whichever way that is okay for you. But you will place it. This is the wrong side. This is the wrong side. So you place it wrong side against wrong side. This is the right side. You know, the pocket is going to be the right side inside. So, and this is the front side. So you place it right side against each other. Sorry, wrong side against each other. This is the wrong side. This is the wrong side. You place it on it like this. And then you measure 2 inches away from the side. Then the length 7 inches. Then in a triangular form, you connect it to this place. You place your ruler on it like this, and then you mark it. Okay, after which you cut. So we are going to be sewing along here. So this is how it will be like. So this is what it looks like after cutting the pocket. So the next thing, I'll bring out the piece, place it on it, right side facing each other. You can notch this point. Then we are going to sew here. I'm going to use 0.25 to sew it. Then after sewing, I'll flip it inside like this. I will understitch it. Okay, and then this part, bring it to the front like this. So this chalk mark will serve as a guide. So just align the top like this. Then you iron it down. Then you stitch here to secure the pocket. You stitch here. You stitch here to here to secure the pocket. Then, of course, when we are joining this side, we are going to sew here. So you can also stitch here. Just tack it or use your pin to hold it in place like this. So after that, let me just use the pin to hold it first. After that, we are going to be joining the sides. So take the back piece, this is one side, this is the right side. Then you place the front pattern on it like this. So right side are now facing each other. So you can go ahead and pin it. So we'll join this side with 1/2 inch seam allowance. This is the part for the zip. This is the side we are using for the zip. So you can use the loose stitch. Use a loose stitch to sew from here to somewhere here. Then before you continue with the regular stitch, or you just simply leave the space. You leave the zipper area, leave the space, and then start your sewing from here to the end. When you are through with that, you also join the other side. This is the right side. We place the front pattern on it. This time around, the pocket side. So this is the second side. So you match here to this point. Match it like this, and then you sew from here straight down. You join it. So when we are through with that, I'll show you how to place it to confirm our pattern before we now before we now sew the back crotch. So I'll quickly do this now, then come back to show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like after joining the front side to the back side. So this is what it looks like. Sorry, my working table is small. I'll just place it on the floor for you to see. So this is what it looks like after joining the back piece to the front piece of the front panel. So what you want to do now is to iron. Iron the seam open. You bring it to this side, and you also iron. After ironing, you place both of them on each other like this. Making sure that they align well. and then you want to confirm your measurements. So you reconfirm your measurement on the waist. You confirm it. Remember that the trouser now is folded into two, so you do your waist circumference divided by 2. For example, mine is 33.5. 33.5 divided by 2, that will give us 16.75. So from this seam line, you place your tape and you mark the 16.75 like so. You mark it, and then you come to the hip line. This is our hip line here. You come to the hip line, then you cross check the hip measurement. The hip measurement, you want to add ease to it because it's a palazzo. We don't want it to be tight. So the hip we are working with is 38 inches, and dividing that by 2 is 19. 38 inches divided by 2, that will give us 19. So from this seam line here, you place your tape. This is 19. Because it's a palazzo, we don't want the hip area to be tight, so I'm going to add 1 inch to that, making it 20. So you mark. Okay, so this will serve as a guide to where you want to sew. So let me turn this so that we can see it very well. So we are going to sew this crotch area now. So you can just use your free hand to continue this, or use your so from here you can use a straight ruler to mark it. Like this. And then we continue with the fresh curve so that I can get this curve around here. So we are going to sew like this, and then we are going to trim off a little excess from here. We'll trim this place off. So we are going to trim here off. So we'll sew here. We'll sew this crotch area. After that, let me just use the pin to secure that. So after that, bring it together again like this. Bring it together like this. And then we are going to join the crotch. We join here. Just place it, let it align. And then from here we sew to the end. We sew here to the end. After that, we also sew here to the end. Then another thing that you can do, while it is like this, you can confirm the length of your trouser, knowing fully well that we have a 3 inches band. So you take the band measurement, then you confirm the length, okay, and then you can go ahead and just use your iron to iron it straight. Okay, that will also help you to make sure that the pant is okay. So if yours is too long, you can always trim out the excesses. Okay, so you do that first, confirm that first, trim out any excess that you have, fold it, iron it, okay. Then before you come to this crotch area, you sew the crotch, and then before you join this middle crotch to this middle crotch, and then from this middle you stitch to one end, from here you stitch to the other end. So when we are through with that, it will be left with the band. I'll show you what it looks like, then we'll attach the band, and that will be, we attach the band, then the zipper, and that will be all for the palazzo. So this is what we have so far. We have sewn the side, I've sewn the crotch area. So this is our pocket. And this is the side we are going to place the zip. So the only thing that is left now is the band. So we are going to attach the band. This is the band. So we'll start from one end to the other end. We want the zip to go through the band as well. So you can measure what you have. Then measure your band. Okay, trim off any excess. So to fix the band, we'll start from the inside, we'll end the band on the outside. Okay, so for example, if you are starting from here, this is the front panel. So you take this, the band is going to be like this. So open the band, you take this and then align it with this. To make this place neat, you can fold it in. You can sew it in like this. You sew here down before you put this inside, okay, so that this area can be neat. Just fold it like this, stitch here down, then you now open it. By the time you open it, it's going to be, let me use pin to show you. place it like this. After that, you now open it up like this. Okay. And then you can now place this inside. You can now place this inside. So if you like, you can just align this inside and sew the band once. Align this inside, straighten here like so. You can use your pin to secure it. So you just pin it all the way around to this end. By the time you get to the end, you do the same thing that you've done here. So you cut off the excess, you put it in like this, and then you stitch here down. If you don't want to do it like that, another way you can do it, another way you can sew it, is to take this, place this inside like this, okay, and stitch like this all round to the other end. Then when you are through, let me pin it to show you how it will look like. When you are through, it will be like this. You place this in. And then you can now go ahead and place this on top. And top stitch all around to the end. So I think I'm going to do this. So after that, we'll now attach our zipper. It's an invisible zipper. We attach our zipper. We attach our zipper. So after attaching the zipper, so once the band is set, you can now go ahead and measure the full length. Can go ahead and measure your full length and then fold this down. Fold it down. Fold it a little like this first before you fold again. Okay, you can use hemi glue to finish this down part so that no thread will be showing here. So just cut your hemi glue. To make it easy for you, the place you are going to fold in, you can use your iron to press it down. Okay, just take your time, fold it in, press it down very well first, then before you use your hemi glue to seal it. And that will be all for our palazzo. I'll show you the final look on the mannequin. So here is the completed palazzo pants. Is it not looking lovely? This is Gendala for sugar. so ensure to subscribe to my channel. You'll be seeing a kimono as well. So here is the final look of our kimono jackets. Isn't it lovely?